Hey everyone, thanks for joining me back here at Tiny Little Homestead. I'm so glad that you came back today. Today I want to talk about self-reliant and being preparedness. I just attended a self-reliant conference or festival in Camden, Tennessee, and it was really, really interesting. There was a lot of homesteaders, a lot of preppers there. My neighbors were there, so I wanted to go and support them. They were speaking, and they had a little stand there also. It was so cute. And I did learn a lot. I learned about water catchment. I learned about greenhouses. I learned about dog training. I learned about securing your homestead, how to maintain your tools, your garden tools, your building tools, all of that stuff. There was and a whole lot more. And it was 2 days, and it was wonderful. And I know self-reliance is really popular right now, and to me that does not mean you have to have it all to yourself. So being self-reliant is to me is building a community around you that is self-sufficient. For example, I may have something put away, stocked up, that my neighbor doesn't have, or I may have some skills that my neighbor doesn't have, or vice versa. And so that is what I think self-reliance is building a community that can support each other and rely on each other. And I do want to also talk about being prepared, because there was a lot of preppers there at this festival, and it was really interesting to see. And yes, we do need to be prepared. There's things coming, things going, the food shortages. They're talking about rolling blackouts, and all of that stuff can kind of paralyze you. So I just want to encourage you that it's going to be okay, and there's several ways you can be prepared for all of this. And the very first and foremost way that I would encourage you to do is get your mind and your heart right with God. He is going to win. He will prevail over all of this, and we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Get your community together. If it's just your neighbors, people on your street, just one neighbor, two neighbors, get your community together so that you can be prepared for what is to come. You can get some canned goods. If you don't have a garden or you live in the city, bottle some water. If you don't have bottled water already, if you do have bottled water, all of those bottles that you're emptying, that you're drinking, fill them up with tap water, because you're going to need water to wash your hands, water to feed your animals, water to brush your teeth, water, even if you don't drink it, you could still boil it. You can boil it and it'll be good to drink. You could put it through a filter, it'll be good to drink. So get those things prepared. Water, I would say, is number two. Number two, because number one is what? Number one is getting your heart and your mind right with number one, the man upstairs, God. So that would be my suggestions for everyone. If you want to be self-reliant and prepared, do those things. And so let's see what else. Dog training. Yep, I learned about that. And dog food there's a shortage of dog food. I feel like I went to the store, just the Dollar General, and my dog food that I purchased was $22 for 12 pounds, and we had to change dog food. So now it is $16 for 12 pounds, the new dog food I use. And there was a gentleman at the Self-Reliant Festival saying that he breeds rabbits to feed his animals, to feed his dogs. He feeds them a rabbit every day. Rabbit's something good. They're a really good meat source for people as well as animals. And if you haven't had it, it's really good. Everything depends on how it's cooked. And yes, if it's fried, it does taste like chicken. However, homesteading, usually you have a garden, chickens, rabbits, horses, some kind of animals, and that way you have your meat source. But if you're a vegetarian, that's okay too. You already know ways to prepare your meals if you do not use meat or anything with a face, or I don't know all the rules because I am a meatitarian. Anyway, I wish you all well. I wish you all safety, preparedness. Number one preparedness rule is man upstairs. And self-reliance. Build your community, y'all. Build your community. And I wish you well, and I wish you happy homesteading. Good night, everyone.